Hello, welcome to episode 318. We are going to have entities with armor stands that follow them. This was a request by Beano Boy Shack, and I'm in version 1.19.4. So the idea is, if there's an entity, it's going to have its own little armor stand, which is going to take with it. It doesn't matter if the entity is falling. The armor stand's just going to fall with it. Okay, and if we do kill the entity, so if we kill husks, then the armor stand's going to go as well. What you can use it for? Well, that's up to you. Okay, and obviously you can replace the armor stand with anything else. Item display, block display, etc. Okay, enough waffling. Let's get on and make it now. Okay, the first thing we're going to need, as we do so often, is some scoreboard objectives. I'm going to have one, which is going to be an ID. So each husk can have its own ID, and then its armor stand can have the same ID. That way we can teleport the correct armor stand to the correct husk, and the other one's just going to be used as a tag, and we're going to tag the armor stands with a score, so we can target them later. Scoreboard, objectives, add, let's call it husk ID. Obviously you can use any entity you want. I'm just doing it for husks because they don't burn in the daylight, so it's a good example. Okay, let's control middle mouse, copy that. Chain, always active. Follower, done. Okay, husk ID, yes. Follower, yes. Okay, let's make the controller. Now this will target any husk in the world. If you make it or it naturally spawns, whatever, doesn't matter, and it will give it its own armor stand. So this is going to be the controller. First thing I'm going to do is give the husk its ID. So we will execute as any entity type equals husk, unless it already has an ID. So unless score at s husk ID equals at s husk ID, then we will store the result as a score at s husk ID. The result of this command, scoreboard players add ID holder husk ID 1. Cool. Now every husk in the world is going to get an ID. Next, I'm going to give it an armor stand. I'm going to make this one conditional. Execute as any entity type equals husk. Okay, unless it's already got an armor stand. So let's say at s, unless entity at e type equals armor stand scores equals, and here's the first case of us using that score as a tag, follower equals 1, and go inside the square brackets, distance equals less than 0.1 or less than 0.1, that's the same. We will summon an armor stand, and straight away as soon as we summon it, we will store success score on the armor stand, follower. So we're going to store a 1 if the next command is successful, and the next command will be scoreboard players operation at the armor stand is husk ID equals any entity type equals husk, distance equals less than 0.1, less than 0.1, limit equals 1, husk ID. Okay, so what are we doing? Executing at the husk, unless it already has a follower. We will summon an armor stand. We will store the success into follower, so we'll store a 1 in follower, so we're tagging it as a follower. And then we will copy its ID to the same ID as the husk it's right next to, or basically inside. Done. Okay, did we make that conditional? We did. Okay, what do we want to do next? Next, we want to make sure that their positions are the same. So we want to teleport effectively. I'm not going to use a teleport command though. I'm going to execute as any entity type equals armor stand, scores equals follower equals 1, positioned as any entity. That doesn't say as. Positioned as any entity. I said as, so I just didn't type it. Type equals husk. If score at s husk ID equals entity type equals husk distance equals. What have we done there? Distance equals less than 0.1. Okay, it's not happy because this does need a limit. So limit equals 1. There we go. Now it's happy. Husk ID. Run data. Modify entity at S. And modify its position. We're not saying its X position or its Y position. We're saying all of its positions. Set from entity at E type equals husk distance equals less than 0.1. Let's remove the 0 again. Limit equals 1 and we want its pos. Done. Let's turn it on. Okay, let's get myself a husk egg, just a normal husk egg. Oh, there we go. And let's. Hello. Oh, you're noisy. There's his alarm stand going around with him. That's pretty cool. Okay, now we currently have a problem. Get myself a sword, and if I hit above the armor stand, I hit the armor stand. Well, let's do it the easy way. Kill that entity. Type equals husk. Uh-oh. We've got a lonely armor stand without a husk. Let's add a command to get rid of that. So we'll just check for followers that don't have husks nearby. That seems pretty simple. Let's execute as any entity. Type equals armor stand. Scores equals a follower equals 1. So this is why we definitely need that tag. If we were just executing as any armor stand, well, you're going to kill everyone's armor stands. We only want to kill the followers. At S, unless entity type equals husk. I don't think we care if it's got a matching ID, just if there's a husk nearby. Distance equals less than 0.1. Let's remove the 0. Then kill that armor stand. Done. Okay, husk. There you are. Cool. Let's kill the husk. Armor stand goes as well. Perfect. There we go. And this is pretty. No, get away. It sticks right next to the husk as well, even if he falls. So if we put him up there. And if we break this, we'll see that the armor stand doesn't lag behind the husk. It's always within 0.1. Cool. You happy with your little pet armor stand? Come on, take it for a walk. There we go. Looks a bit weird. I don't know what you want to do with this. You can do whatever you like. You can make, obviously, you don't have to use an armor stand either. You could use a marker. You could use any other sort of entity, one of the block displays, item displays. Up to you what you want to use it for. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.